Hey everyone, this is Nick and I'd like to welcome you to another video in our data warehouse collection. Today, we're going over a quick demo on how you can use the data warehouse experience on CDP Public Cloud to go from zero to a dashboard in just a few minutes. In today's example, we're going to start off with a publicly available dataset that we've gotten from the popular website Kaggle. This dataset consists of e-commerce shipping data and is surely full of insights. So we're going to bring it into the Cloudera Data Platform to help visualize this data within an interactive dashboard. To start off, we're going to go into our CDP homepage. Since we're focusing on dashboards today, we're going to go into the data warehouse experience. In order to create a new dashboard, we're first going to have to create a new virtual warehouse. Virtual warehouses in CDP represent a set of compute resources that allow you to interact with your data, which is stored in a database catalog. We're using our default database catalog today, and we'll be using the Hive engine for our virtual warehouse. Here we can also assign the amount of resources for the virtual warehouse's expected use, though it's important to note that these can auto-scale within certain bounds to either provide more processing throughput during high use or to save on costs when the load is lower. To make our dashboard, we're going to also install data visualization, which gives us the ability to easily create fully featured visualizations out of the data within our data warehouse. With the virtual warehouse spooled up, let's jump into Hue, which is our built-in SQL editor, and get some data ingested. There's many ways we can go about pulling in data, through a NiFi processor, from the Hue GUI itself, through Spark jobs, and probably more. But today we're going to take an exceedingly simple approach that also shows how CDP is really a hybrid cloud platform. We simply drop the data into an S3 bucket, and with that we can easily create an external table that links to the data. We can then query that data from S3 in Hue with ease. Now, since we'd like to spend our time building the dashboard, let's go ahead and jump straight into data visualization and get our new data linked in. The first thing we need to do is go to the top bar and select data. We'll go to our default Hive virtual warehouse and we're going to make a new dataset. Here we'll give our dataset a name and we're going to point it at the table that we created earlier named shipping. With the dataset made, we can now go into it and take a look at the fields we have. Here we can look at our fields and rearrange the dimension and measures as we see fit. In general, anything that mathematical functions or aggregates work on are measures such as a product cost, while qualitative fields are dimensions such as mode of shipment. Now let's go to visuals and select new dashboard on the top left. We're presented with a blank template into which we can start creating visuals. So let's start off with a title to make sure that users know what our dashboard is meant to show. Now it's time to add our first visual. Let's figure out what warehouses ship the most products. We'll select bar chart from the visual types, drag warehouse block into the x-axis, and number record count into the y-axis. Just like that, the first part of our dashboard comes to life. Let's go and add a few more visuals to flesh this dashboard out. While we do this, it's important to note that since the underlying data is linked to a table, any updates we make to our data will be automatically reflected in this dashboard. You'll see that there are quite a few visuals that we can use, and each has the ability to be custom tailored however you see fit. You can also do aggregates and conditional statements right here, no SQL needed. With a couple visuals now created, we can go into the layout and adjust the positioning to make it most visually appealing. Now, we can save this dashboard, and for those we want to share it with, we can now provide them a simple and easy URL to reach it from. Thanks for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe to see future videos. If you have any questions, head on over to the Cloudera Community, where there are plenty of other users ready to help answer any questions you may have.